Shocking reaction. Aryna Sabalenka's coaches spotted doing this after screaming incident with Coco. The stadium in Dubai was packed, the energy electric and anticipation high as Coco and Aryna Sabalenka, two of the WTA's fiercest competitors, took the court. No one expected a calm match. Their styles guarantee sparks. Their rivalry guarantees fire. But nothing could have prepared the tennis world for the shocking moment that unfolded in the second set. A sudden screaming outburst between Sabalenka and Goff that sent shockwaves through the arena. 1 minute, it was a typical high-intensity baseline war. The next minute, the crowd fell into stunned silence. And then, cameras caught Sabalenka's coaching team reacting in a way that left fans buzzing, analysts stunned, and social media on absolute fire. What did they do? Why did they do it? And what does this mean for Sabalenka's future matches? Let's dive deep into the drama, the aftermath, and the hidden dynamics behind the explosion. Pressure builds. The match that pushed both stars to the edge. The match began with an almost supernatural intensity. Goff's defensive genius was on full display. Her sliding lunges, sharp backhand counters, and lightning-quick court coverage left Sabalenka frustrated early. Meanwhile, Sabalenka came out swinging like a warrior. First serve bombs, forehand missiles, but the American absorbed them all, returning fire with her signature calm authority. The longer the rallies went, the more Sabalenka's body language tightened. Every time Goff returned the ball, Sabalenka knew should have been a winner. Her jaw clenched a little more. Her footsteps became heavier. Her between-point rituals faster. By the middle of the second set, the emotional pot had begun to boil. Then the incident happened. The scream heard across the arena. At 3-2, Goff hit what looked like an impossible running forehand pass that kissed a line. The crowd erupted. Sabalenka, mid-follow-through, threw her head back in disbelief. But when the applause didn't settle quickly enough and whispers of, "Let's go, Coco," filled the air, Sabalenka lost her composure. She let out a scream, raw, primal, louder than anyone expected. Not a scream at Goff, but a scream of sheer frustration in Goff's direction. Goff paused, eyebrows raised in a mix of surprise and confusion. For a moment, both players froze. Then the umpire issued a soft warning. The crowd murmured nervously. But the real shock came seconds later, when cameras cut to Sabalenka's coaching box. The coach's shocking reaction caught on camera. As Sabalenka's scream echoed through the stadium, her coaches reacted instantly, just not in the way anyone predicted. Instead of looking worried or frustrated, they were smiling, laughing, and applauding. Asterisk, asterisk. Fans watching the broadcast nearly dropped their phones. Commentators gasped mid-sentence. Social media clips exploded with millions of views in minutes. The reaction was shocking for 3 reasons. It looked like they approved of the outburst. They seemed unfazed, as if they expected this emotional eruption. Their gesture wasn't mocking, more like encouragement. Why would a coaching team applaud an emotional breakdown? The answer lies in Sabalenka's history and her emotional evolution. Understanding Sabalenka, a warrior held together by emotion. One cannot understand a coach's reaction without understanding Sabalenka herself. She is not a player who thrives in silence. She is a player who feeds on energy, her own and the crowd's. Her game is emotional electricity. Her power comes from passion, not calculation. Over the years, Sabalenka learned that bottling emotions kills her rhythm. When she suppresses frustration, she plays stiff, hesitant tennis. But when she releases emotions, she finds her rhythm again. Coaches know this. So when she screamed, it wasn't a meltdown, it was a reset. Her team recognized it instantly. Their applause wasn't approval of bad behavior. It was acknowledgement that Sabalenka was unlocking the switch she uses to fight back. In their eyes, this was not chaos. This was her system. How the crowd reacted, half outraged, half hypnotized. As the replay showed the coaches smiling and clapping, the stadium turned into a mix of shock, disapproval, admiration, curiosity. Some fans booed. Some fans clapped. Some simply whispered, "What just happened?" Goff, composed as always, returned to the baseline. She didn't protest or complain, but her eyes said everything. They flickered with the expression of someone recalibrating under unexpected emotional fire. This wasn't just a match anymore. It was psychological warfare. Goff's response, calm, calculated, unbothered. To the surprise of many, Goff didn't take the scream personally. In fact, she became calmer. Her shoulders relaxed. Her footwork tightened. Her mind sharpened. Goff has always been emotionally resilient, almost impossibly mature for her age. She knows tennis is an emotional war, not a peaceful debate. And she knows Sabalenka is at her best when unfiltered. If anything, Goff played smarter after the incident. She hit fewer risky shots. She varied her pace. She used Sabalenka's aggression against her. This was the beauty of the matchup. Pure fire versus pure ice. What the coaches did next, and why it shocked everyone even more. After applauding Sabalenka's scream, her coaches did something even more surprising. They signaled her to slow down, then breathe, then focus. Asterisk, asterisk. The applause was not about celebrating chaos. It was the first phase of strategy. Let her release the emotion, show support, guide her back into discipline. This dual reaction, encourage the fire, then control the storm, was what shocked analysts the most. Because it worked. Within 5 minutes, Sabalenka looked like a different person. Sharper, faster, more aggressive, more confident. And it all started from that primal scream. The turning point, Sabalenka awakens. With the crowd buzzing and tension still thick, Sabalenka won the next 2 points with blistering winners. Her footwork stabilized. Her shoulders loosened. Her confidence returned like lightning. She roared after each winner, this time not from frustration, but from belief. Even Goff acknowledged afterward, when Aryna gets that emotional release, she becomes dangerous. In the end, the match became one of the most dramatic of the season, one defined not just by tennis, but by psychology, energy, and human volatility. What this means for their rivalry going forward. The incident created several major narratives for future matches. 1. Sabalenka is strongest after emotional release. Point 2. Goff thrives in chaos, maintaining calm even under fire. Point 3. Coaches are becoming major characters in the rivalry. Point 4. Fans now expect emotional explosions whenever they clash. Point 5. Their rivalry may become the defining storyline of the WTA. Conclusion. A moment that will live in tennis history. The scream, the applause, the shock crowd, the psychological duel, the coach's bold reaction, the viral clip that circled the world. This wasn't just an incident. It was a window into the minds of champions. Sabalenka, the warrior powered by emotion. Goff, the intellect powered by calm. 2 forces destined to collide again and again. And as long as they do, tennis fans will remain on the edge of their seats, waiting for the next scream, the next shock, the next legendary moment. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.